Hello, this is Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with the January 13th, Tuesday evening daily stock report. Let's look at the S&P 500. We're still on the trend line, just a little bit below that. I'm not too worried about this. Looks like we should start getting a little bit of buying after a couple days sideways, and we're looking for this to continue the pattern that's been set for the last 5 weeks. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq Composite. Started to head up a little bit, or at least it stopped going down. Take a look at a few stocks. We're pretty much going to see this kind of trend line through all the stocks that we've got on the list, as you saw last night as on the review. Here's the oil stock, ConocoPhillips, one of the large major oil companies. I don't like the other stocks that of XOM and CVX. Isn't quite the chart I'm looking for. We got lower highs on this, and I think it was good on the first a couple weeks ago, that move upward right in here, but I'm deleting that from that list. Here's Goldman Sachs, about a day and a half below this. The last couple of days is below the trend line, but I picked this up today. Had a low of 73.71 and closed at 77.92 for a $4 rebound. Let's see if we can take a little closer look at this. This should be following this trend line that we've seen the last 5-6 weeks. Let's take a look at Bank of America. I talked about this as a potential idea. If this drops down in here, I'd be really interested in if you get this support line somewhere in there. Now, if it goes down with higher volume today, at least the daily rate, you have to kind of calculate the kind of rate of volume you think it'll end up that day. That'll have to be another tutorial, but we're looking for high volume on this. Today's volume was, and you add 2 zeros on the end of that, and that's what you've got. And this represents lots, L-O-T-S. One lot equals 100 shares. So this is 242 million shares traded today on Bank of America. Check the news out. I think we're getting some credit fears that we had with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. I see that happening with GE. Let's take a look at GE stock. Here's Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. We're seeing this JP Morgan rebound today. And this is kind of what we're looking for in that Bank of America and Wells Fargo stock, especially Bank of America. Here's U.S. oil. This is an ETF, an oil fund, starting to head up today, up about 3.8%. And we're looking for a higher high on this. It may not go straight there or directly, but I think that trend line, I think the opportunity to buy today is probably the low that we're going to see for quite a while. This is the developing a double bottom on these oil stocks, and that's what we like to see here at the bottom. Here's COP, which was an oil stock today that went up down here from 50 and a quarter to about 51.80. This is about the most volatility that we've seen, which isn't very much, especially after being spoiled for several months of incredible intraday trading. This is the 5-minute chart on RIM. Had about a 2% bounce right here, 2 right in here, and again an easier one to follow right there. And that was about a 3%er at the bottom. And that's one of the few stocks I saw have a intraday trade or a scalp. Otherwise, it's a lot of looking, a lot of waiting. I tend to move to more swing and intermediate trades and low volatility. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.